Hello, it's Shelly with the Dallas Modern Quilt Guild, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate for you how I made these cute little funky improv mug rugs, because for our holiday party celebration this year we are going to be swapping mug rugs. So I hope you enjoy this demonstration. I look forward to seeing what everybody brings to the holiday party in December. Thank you. Okay, let's make a scrappy mug rug here. What I started out with. I started out with a square that's 4.5 by 5.5-ish. This doesn't have to be exact. I just kind of, I found a flower that I like. I cut around it. My background, I did a couple of 2.5-inch strips, which we're gonna use. I don't know what the length is on these, just, I just cut a length. I mean, I cut a length on a couple of them because I don't know what I'm gonna use exactly, but I'll have it if I need it. Okay, the handle of my cup is right here. So let me show you how I did this. First thing, I want to get my cup shape. So I'm going to come over here. Eyeball a square. Not really concerned about the size. Then I'm gonna just give it, cut this. I'm gonna bring these here. This is gonna be the bottom part of the bottom of my mug. So I'm just gonna go sew those down. And we'll put the rest of this, I'll show you how I put the rest of this together. All right, look here. So you can see I sewed it. Just gonna come right here, do this. Come here and do that. I like the way it looks. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my scissors on this one. Trim off that. I do trim bunny ears. Plus I want this threads off there too. Yike, but I don't want to trim my blocking. Okay. Okay, the bottom of our cup. We've got the bottom of our cup right here. Now I want to do the handle of my cup. So to do the handle, I'm going to do it like this. I think I'm just going to cut this one in half. Hopefully they're long enough. We'll see. If they're not long enough, I'll add to them. So I'm just going to sew this to this, and then I'm going to sew the other one right here, and do you see how I did that? I'm going to take this piece, sew this one to this one, that one to that one, and then I'm going to trim it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and trim this now. I'm just going to eyeball this. I can come back and trim it better later, but let me go sew these. There, here. And this one there. Okay, I sewed this one to there, this to there, trim my edges, and okay. So this goes to here. I'm gonna go ahead and add some background here and here. I don't need anything. It doesn't need to be that wide. I'm gonna eyeball this, sew it to the top and bottom of that, and then we'll trim up here in a minute. here's my top and bottom of the background. I'm just gonna go sew those on. And we'll trim this up in a minute. Okay, look, we almost have a handle. I'm gonna sew, ooh, maybe not. I need to add something on, okay. I need to add a little more. I'm not worried about this. What do I need to add on here? About how much? About that much. So I'm just gonna, when I sew this, I'll come back and square all this up. So just like that. I'll add this to the bottom. Like that. And then, actually, yeah. I think I'm gonna do that the same way. Oh, I'm gonna do this a little different. For this part of the handle. So when I sew this back on, I'm not worried about everything lining up perfectly. That's part of the charm of this. It says improv-y and funky. So let me go sew all these pieces and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let me show you what I've sewn. So this handle, which we're gonna attach right here. And then this part of the handle, ooh, be nice if I trim that up first, wouldn't it? Ooh. I'm gonna attach right here. So you can see where this is headed. I'm also going to trim this block right here. And normally, I'm gonna use my rotary cutter to do it because it's just faster. And actually, I want this handle to be a tad bit skinnier. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and add the background piece to this so that I can put all three of these together. Then I'll attach them. Nope, not that way. This way. Yeah. So let me trim this too. And I'll go put all three of those pieces together and show you how we're gonna attach it to the cup. All right, so I have got the pieces of the handle all sewn together. I'm going to sew them to the cup. I'm going to line it up like that. And then we can add the top and the sides and the bottom border to this. And our little scrappy mug rug is done except for the quilting. So let's go sew. So, run a suit us. And then you can see we can just add the top, this, to this, and then this. I guess I need to cut another strip of this. But let me first square this up. I'm not going to square this top up exactly. I'm just going to lay this on here. Using this edge. And sew it. And then I'll trim it after. Okay. And the spirit of protecting my fingers, I am going to use my rotary cutter. I mean, I'm going to put my ruler over here before I use this rotary cutter. But so then, oh, I still have this piece right here, and then I still need a long piece for the bottom. But you can see how this is coming along. It's looking pretty cute, right? And I'm just sew this. I have this fabric. I'm gonna cut another strip of this, just so I have one long strip for the bottom. I could piece it. I do have this other piece, but I still have to cut another piece for this. I mean, I could do this and piece it. It'd be cute. Maybe that's what I'll do. Ha! Okay, I'll be back. All right. I do need to trim this up, but look, it's coming along. It's pretty cute, right? And I thought, well, I have a shorter piece. I could piece maybe a little piece of something else over here that's different. But then I thought, no, I think I prefer to go ahead and do single, and then I'll use this as my binding, because actually, no, that's pretty, yeah, I like that. That'll be the binding. And I am going to machine bind this after I quilt it. Here we go. Let me attach the bottom part of this. We'll square this little block up. To be continued. This little block is done. It just needs to be squared up. I'm going to quilt it. I'm going to use, I have a kind of a rounded zigzag on my machine. That's a stitch on my machine. I'm going to use it. I'll probably quilt it at a diagonal, and it'll be ready for the binding, and it's ready for the holiday party. I will show you the finished product at the end of this video. I've got to go press this. This thing's making me crazy. But I hope you like it. Pretty cute, right? I can't wait to see what everybody brings to the holiday party in December. It's not quite pressed for the iron, but you can see it's going to be a great mug rug for the holiday party.